Welcome back to Beyond the Rate. My name is Carrie Worth. Today I'm with Brian Farley of our Gretna office at Charter West Bank and Mortgage Center, and I am with Dan Leathers. He's in our Kearney office. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Beyond the Rate is the place where we pull back the curtain on mortgages and we make it feel less terrifying, right? So people are scared of getting mortgages. They don't know what it entails. Today, specifically, we're talking about VA loans, and you guys are two of our experts in that area, so that's why we decided to have you in. So one of the things that we want to point out is that many veterans don't even know that they can qualify for a VA loan or assume their benefit has expired, and that's just not the case, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that today. I am learning right alongside each and every one of you. VA loans don't have to be intimidating, and so our goal is to explain them correctly so that people understand what's going on and they feel a little bit more comfortable with the whole process so they can step into that and find the home of their dreams, right?
That's right.
All right, so let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Dan and Brian to you or let them tell you guys about themselves. So Brian, why don't you start?
Well, thanks, Carrie. Brian Farley. I've been a loan officer here for just over 18 years, and I love doing VA loans. Really, it all started a long time ago. I had a client that told me that getting this home was the first time in his life he ever had a home base. And he had a home, he had a place, he had somewhere he could put his stuff and his family, and he was so excited. And he broke down at the closing, and that began the process for me loving doing VA loans because it meant so much to that. So that's a little bit about me.
It's kind of your gist. So you actually have a family member in the military, correct?
Yes. My grandfather served, my brother served. So yeah, it's very deep-rooted connection for sure.
Good. And Dan, you want to tell us a little bit about your history?
Yeah, thanks. I've been with Charter West for just a little over a year. I've been in mortgage for about 13 years. I served in the Navy from 1987 to 2007. So
thank you for your service.
I've had a couple of VA loans. I speak the language with veterans, so love doing VA loans for my vets.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said you've had some VA loans yourself, so you really know the experience from both sides of it.
I do. I see it from both sides.
Okay, awesome. So today we're going to discuss some of the common misconceptions and questions about VA loans. And I think the best place maybe to start is with some of the advantages of a VA loan. So what are the major advantages of a VA loan?
I mean, so number one and number two really is no down payment and no mortgage insurance. That's probably the biggest attraction to VA loans is just you have no mortgage insurance and no down payment. And that's the stuff that drives that monthly payment. So that's what matters to these veterans.
Okay. So because I'm not an expert, my next question would be, should I guess that there's going to be an extra cost savings because of that? Like I'm just going to naturally have a lower monthly payment?
Yes. I mean, you'll have a lower payment because there's no private mortgage insurance or mortgage insurance on it.
Okay.
And that'll save you sometimes up to a couple $100s a month. But on the other hand, if you do 100% financing, obviously your principal and interest payment will be just a little bit higher than somebody who writes 5% down or something.
Okay.
Still a total cost savings.
There is. Okay. That's
sure.
great. That's great. So I actually want to, before we really dive in, I want to acknowledge veterans, all active duty spouses and agency partners. Charter West is a proud VA loan option, and we're thankful for your service. So thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody who's tuning in today, too. So as far as VA loans go, why is zero down such a big deal, and what does zero down not mean?
The big reason for zero down is, especially for active duty and recently separated veterans, military members aren't paid that much. There's not a lot of chance to save money. They're constantly being uprooted and transferred. Yeah. So the expenses stay. They just a lot of times don't have a chance to save money. So this helps them get into a house quicker.
Good. Yeah, which they deserve, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what is no money down? What does that not mean? I mean, people think that there's just no costs to the
and
mortgage,
that's
right?
the big question I get from from active service members, veterans, whatever. They're like, hey, I have zero down. How come I need to bring money to closing? Well, there's really 3 buckets of monies due at closing. You have down payment, you have closing costs, and you have prepaids. So taxes, insurance, whatever it might be. So because there's no down payment doesn't mean there's no prepaids or, closing costs due at closing. So we try to explain that to them so they can get into the house for as little money as possible.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that there's no money out of their pocket.
Okay. What is a prepaid?
Prepaid. So especially if you're in Nebraska or no matter where you're buying in the country, you have taxes due, property taxes due. You have homeowners insurance that might be due at closing. You have prepaid interest from the day you're closing to the end of the month.
So it's kind of like a prorated approach to kind of paying that portion of the mortgage for that month that you step into it.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Well, good. I got that one